Welcome to the kingdom of Utopia. By this hymn to equality, Utopia is not what it was in the time of King Droll. He ruled this land with a well-tempered hand. Under King Droll, no person was ever too low to receive the king's attention, and no person was so high as to be above the law. But 16 years ago, the king's son mysteriously disappeared at the tender age of 4. Our king was heartbroken, and immediately set off to find his son, leaving as regent Duke Egregious, who has turned out to be a tyrant. And there is a further problem. The law says that no one can marry until a wife is chosen for the young prince. You see, in a republican society, every woman must be considered. But with the prince absent, no one can marry. So the young women of the land wait, hoping that the prince will return and claim one of them as his bride.
Won't it be a pretty wedding? Won't it be a pretty wedding? Will not Licia look delightful? Licia look delightful, smiles and tears, shedding, which is bright, of course is right, of course is right, could say, it's fine, was fine, tradition, it shall you care, simply frightful, still to be a pretty wedding, oh, 'twill be a pretty wedding, such a pretty wedding, such a pretty wedding, such a charming wedding.
While the women yearn for the prince and a pretty wedding, the regent, Duke Egregious, has conscripted all of the Utopian men into his service. He did this so they can take their minds off the forbidden women, or so he says. The people of this land have forgotten the ideals they used to stand for, and are now comfortable doing only what they have been told. They have given up their freedoms for the sake of convenience. The regent, Duke Egregious, is ready to speak.
My dear men at arms and women of virtue, I thank you for your formality and pomp as we continue to wait with open arms for the return of our good King Droll and his dear son Bartholomew. Now please rise for our glorious ode to equality, and other virtues I cannot stand to mention.
Of happiness, of merry living, Utopia, may sing, of monarchy, the
crafty and sinister man. He is seeking to destroy the constitutional monarchy of Utopia and to establish rule by an aristocracy, with himself at the top. Why else do you think he conscripted all of the men into his service? And yet, all of this plotting has taken its toll, and he is now exhausted from his constant scheming.
Oh, why am I moody and sad? And why am I guiltily mad? Because I am thoroughly bad. You see it at once in my face. Oh, why am I husky and hoarse? It's the workings of conscience, of course. And huskiness stands for remorse. At least it does so in my case. When in crime one is fully employed, for expression gets warped and destroyed. It's a penalty few can avoid. I once was a nice-looking youth, but like stone from a strong catapult, I rushed at my terrible court. Observe the unpleasant result. Indeed, I am telling the truth. Oh, innocent Tabitha poor, if I had been virtuous like you, I should be as nice-looking as you. You're very nice-looking indeed. Oh, innocent, listen in time. Avoid an existence of crime, or you'll be as ugly as I'm. And now, if you please, we'll proceed. I have rebuilt this kingdom, and one day your youth and beauty will reign supreme. You will be at the top of society, with no one to stop you. My plan is flawless, if I do say so myself.
Meet Egregious's daughters, Alicia and Fiona.
Thank you, Father. I will be forever grateful, and when the prince chooses me as his bride, he will have the most important and most beautiful maiden in the world.
I still cannot believe that you are wasting your time waiting for him. What happens if he never shows himself here again?
I still have yet to figure that one out.
My dear sister, any man who waits 16 years to show his face is a man worthy to marry me. He certainly knows how to make an entrance. I will be waiting for him. As long as the sun rises and the moon sets, I will continue to make myself glorious. The sun whose rays are all ablaze with ever-living glory does not deny his majesty, he scorns to tell a story. He won't exclaim, I blush for shame, so kindly indulgent, but fierce and bold in fiery gold, his glory's all effulgent. I mean to rule the earth as he the sky. We really are the sun and I. I mean to rule the earth as he the sky. We really know our worth, the sun and I. Observe his flame, that pleasant day, the moon celestial
unconvinced.
It is fine by me if you want to waste your time fiddling with frivolities, but since we cannot marry until the prince returns, I spend my life pursuing loftier ideals, and I encourage all of you young women to follow me. If you climb the Pelican, you should read Anthemion, Ovid's Metamorphoses, likewise Aristophanes, and the works of Juvenal. These are worth attention on. But if you will be advised, you will catch them all right. Ah, we will get them all right.
Despite her proud countenance, Fiona is troubled by the way the other maidens of the land treat her. She feels disconnected from them somehow, like she doesn't understand something, some secret that they keep to themselves.
I cannot tell what this love may be, that cometh to all but not to me. It cannot be kind as they imply. Why do these ladies sigh? It cannot be joy and rapture deep. Why do these gentle ladies weep? It cannot be bliss for us who sight. Or why are their eyes so wondrous red? Though everywhere true love I see, of coming to all but not to me, I cannot tell what this love may be. For I am blind and I am gay, what is it sighing night and day? Yes, she is blind and she is gay. Think of the gold twixt. Yes, she is blind and gay. Gold twixt. Yes, she is blind and gay. La, 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 la. And if love is a thorn, they show no wit, for foolishly hug and foster it. If love is a weed, how simple they who gather it day by day. If love is a nettle that makes you smart, then why do you wear it next your heart? And if it be none of this, say I, oh, why do you sit and sob and sigh? Though everywhere true love I see, of coming to all but not to me, I cannot tell what this love may be. For I am blind and I am gay, while this is sighing night and day. Yes, she is blind and she is gay. Think of the gold twixt. Yes, she is blind and gay. Gold twixt. Yes, she is blind and gay. La, 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 la.
I have a story to tell you. It is the story of Tom, our next unlikely hero. Meet Hilda Hogel. Her soul is as ugly as her external features. And her daughter Brutisha. She has the looks of her mother, but the jury is still out on the state of her soul. Many years ago, Hilda's husband won a small boy in a game of chance. Astounded by her luck, she vowed that someday the boy would marry her daughter Brutisha, thus assuring her daughter a position. Soon after they got the new farmhand, whom they named Tom, King Droll left, and Egregious enlisted all of the young men of Utopia into his ranks. In order to ensure her daughter's future marriage, Hilda locked the boy in the attic, telling him that Brutisha is the most beautiful maiden in all the land. The youth, knowing nothing of the outside world, believed his caretakers, and to this day sits in the attic dreaming of love.
Love feeds on many kinds of food, I know. Some love for rank and some for beauty. Some give their hearts away for empty show, and others love for youth and beauty. To love for money all the world is prone. Some love themselves and live lonely. Give me the love that loves for love alone. I love that love, I love it only. I love that love, I love it only. Give me the love that loves for love alone. Give me that love, I love it only. What man for any other joy can thirst, whose loving wife adores him duly? What misery and care may work their worst, if loving woman loves you truly. A lover's thoughts are ever with his own, none truly loved is ever lonely. Give me the love that loves for love alone. I love that love, I love it only. I love that love, I love it only. Give me the love that loves for love alone. Give me that love, I love it only.
Once a day, Hilda would come up to the attic with Tom's bread.
Here you go, my stupid boy.
Thank you ever so much, Mom. May I have one quick look at my fiancé before I'm off to the fields?
Due to the condition of Utopia, the Hopewoods have no help on the farm. So after his visit with Hilda, Tom is allowed to take the sheep out of the paddock and into the fields. But he has to be back within 1 hour, or he would not be allowed to marry his precious Brutisha.
Here.
Her fate is so pleasing to me, and so different from my own.
Now off with you, and be back in 1 hour, or else you'll never see my daughter again.
Tom leaves the field, but little does he know that this afternoon his life will change forever.
Excuse me, but who are you and what are you doing here? You should be with my father's ranks.
Pardon me, I know nothing about which you speak, but who are you?
You don't know? I am Fiona, the regent's daughter, and I should turn you in. Don't you know that not being in his guard is illegal?
Illegal? I assure you, I know nothing on the subject. Only, I have never seen a woman like her before. So beautiful, so well dressed. You look nothing like my betrothed. May I take your hand?
Refrain, what is joy, just so progressing. Remember what you are, and you are dressing. Refrain, what is joy, you're so progressing. Remember what you are, and you are dressing. Refrain, what is joy, remember what you are. Why
my duty. I am the lonely star that sails the water, and you, proud maiden, are the regent's daughter. Now lady, have your way. You speak, and I obey. My heart with anguish torn bows down before her. She laughs my love to scorn, yet I adore her. My heart with anguish torn bows down before her. She laughs my love to scorn, yet I adore her.
Free the page for your sweet fancy.
Baby, have your way, I'm feeling guilty. My heart with anguish torn was down before her. She loves my love to scorn, yet I'm sorry to offend. I take my leave.
Wait, may I ask you something? What are you doing here in these woods?
My name is Tom, and I'm a farmhand watching my sheep here in this pasture. Soon I must go to them. But what is a maiden like you doing here? I've never seen another person here my entire life. Most people stay clear of this forest.
Well, I am not most people. I am counting the swallow population. I am alarmed. Their numbers have fallen as of late.
Aye, they have. I've noticed it too.
How? Oh, well, I do not know why they are disappearing. I'm taking a good count of their numbers so that we can do more testing on the subject.
Well, silly one, I know why they are disappearing. You see, I come here every day, and I often hear the sounds of trees falling off in distance. And that grove yonder is where they nest.
Heavens, you're right. That is where my father is building his new palace. No one knows about it yet, and his men building it have been sworn to secrecy. In fact, he is there now and may at any moment come over the hill. I can only imagine what he would do if he found me here. Or what he would do with you.
So, we are not allowed to get to know each other?
No, and no one is allowed to marry until the prince returns and claims the crown from my father.
If the law would let us marry, I would say in tender tone, loved one, let us be united, let us be each other's own. I would purge our rank and station, worldly sneers I want to us, and to mark my admiration, I would kiss you fondly thus. I would kiss you fondly thus.
But we cannot marry woman to embrace you thus unfocal. With this thing may be no joggle, and for that I should get toggle.
Toggle, 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 toggle. So in spite of all temptation, such a theme I'll not discuss, and on no consideration will I kiss you fondly thus. Will I kiss you fondly thus? I will make it clear to you, this is what I'll never do. This, oh this, oh this, oh this, this is what I'll never, never do. This, oh this, oh this, oh this is what I'll never do.
We'll never do.
I'll never do.
We'll never do.
Oh this is what I'll never, never do. Farewell, my dears. I will be here.
My dear friends, you're good indeed. I make it illegal to be loyal to anyone else but myself. And you do exactly as I ask. How thoughtful. I often wonder why I hear such griping about my administration behind my back. People can be so blind. In fact, should anyone blame me for any of the ills in this world to my face, I have in mind at least 100 people who deserve their indignation before I take any of the blame. As someday it may happen that I'm blamed for any tryst, I've got a little list of society offenders who might well be underground and who never would be missed. They never would be missed. All those who cannot help themselves each moment they must tweet, and those who while they drive apply mascara, text and eat. The vegans who wear leather, clergymen who like their boys, small children who on airplanes either scream or throw their toys. The teenager whose body's frames smell from miles away. The ex-enthusiast, I'm sure he'd not be missed.
He's got 'em on the list. He's got 'em on the list. And they'll none of 'em be missed. They'll none of 'em be missed.
There's the family values preacher, those who tell you how to live. They shake their angry fists. I've got them off the list. When the tabloids find their lovers, then they tell us God forgives. They never would be missed. They never would be missed. Academics who work 2 to 4 and then play their beat. And students who in class must shop online to feel complete. They've those who think they're snarky when in fact they're really cruel. They've seen your favorite band 3 times, but back when they were cool. The ever-kvetching, self-obsessed, I think you get my gist. They'd none of 'em be missed. They'd none of 'em be missed.
He's got 'em on the list. He's got 'em on the list. And they'll none of 'em be missed. They'll none of 'em be missed.
There's the snooty Prius driver who at Starbucks orders soy. This new lyricist, I've got her on the list. Politicians who drink tea and that woman named Nancy. They never would be missed. They never would be missed. There's the guy who texts at dinner. He has such important work. The hipster with her skinny jeans and disaffected smirk. All those who have befriended me, Ohio State fans too. The task of filling up the other blanks I leave to you. But it really doesn't matter when you put them on the list, or they'd none of them be missed. They'd none of them be missed.
He's got 'em on the list. He's got 'em on the list. And they'll none of 'em be missed. They'll none of 'em be missed.
Meanwhile, back at the farmhouse, Tom confronts Hilga and his betrothed.
Tom, where have you been? You've been gone for an hour and a quarter.
How far, son, you have deceived me.
I have deceived you.
Yes, deceived me. You told me you were fair as gold.
And good, Tom, am I not so?
And now I see your plain and old.
I'm sure she's not a just soul.
Upon my innocence you play.
I'm not the one to plot so.
Your hair is great, your hair is great.
Forever only not so.
Faith is willing to deceive me, I would. faithless women to deceive me, I do trust in you.
Possibly wait to get me back here. Bridget will have no other prospects if she and Tom do not marry. I cannot imagine what her life would be like without him.
Sad as that moment fly to year by year, sees one by one her beauties disappear. When time grown weary of her heart-drawn sighs, impatiently begins to dim her eyes. Compelled at last in life's uncertain gloamings to rid her wrinkled brow with well-saved calm means, reduce with rouge, lip shade, and pearly gray, to make up for lost time as best she may. Silvered is the rainbow hair, spreading is the flowing streets, mottled the complexion fair, haunting is the youth like gait, above is the laughter free, spectacles are limpid eye. Little will be left of me in the coming golden tide. Little will be left of me in the coming golden tide. Fading is the taper waste, shapeless grows the shapely limb, and although severely laced, spreading is the figure trim, stouter than I used to be. Still more corpulent grow I. There will be too much of me in the coming by and by. There will be too much of me in the coming by and by.
Resolved to find him and bring him back, Hilda runs off stage to capture her daughter's betrothed. Meanwhile, deep in the forest, Jonah and Tom find each other again.
Tom, oh dear Tom, you made it back.
Yes, although in my anger at my terrible caretakers, I fear I may have spurred them to vengeance, for I believe they are now after me. But no matter, I am here, and all the sounds of this brave new world become insignificant as I look at you here in these vast woods. thy tender love, oh my love, from a timeless welter, from wars or arms. Oh, give me shelter within those arms. Oh, give me shelter within those arms. I smile, I'm luring, on heartache curing, this peace enduring, oh my love, oh my love.
If heart true and tender, oh my love, a light look and gender, oh my love, a trust of sighing and tears of brine, for joy undying shall I be mine, for joy undying shall I be mine, and though
My dear Fiona, how will we ever be allowed to marry?
I will take it upon myself to tell you what she is telling him. She plans to dress him up in woman's clothing and sneak him into the palace. Once he is there, she will announce to her father's court that she will marry regardless of the law. At that point, Tom will reveal himself, and when everyone is faced with the actual prospect of marriage, they will have to give in, and her father will be forced to give his consent.
I am a maiden tall and stately, heartless eye with a face divine. What do I want with a heart innately? Every heart I meet is mine. Every heart I meet is mine, is mine.
naughty, humble, holy, or free, little I was made me be, so the maid is made to see, every maid is the maid for me.
I am a maid, frank and simple, brimming with joyous roguery. Merry with looks and every dimple, nobody breaks more hearts than I. Nobody breaks more hearts than I. What if humble, coy or free, little can I what made me be, so that the maid is fair to see. Every maid is the maid for me. What if humble, coy or free, little can I what made me be, so that the maid is fair to see. Every maid is the maid for me.
Now that we take you into the palace, let us go and end these years of folly and inequality.
The court is gathered, and note it is now the law that the men are not allowed to look at the women, and vice versa.
Before I conclude this session, are there any further questions or concerns that need to be brought forth before me, the king, the regent?
Yes, Father. I have a statement to put before the whole court. Here we go. This will be most amusing, I'm sure.
Father, I plan to marry.
Oh, but my dear, you're much smarter than this. You know that no one can marry until the prince returns and his bride is selected.
Yes, Father, I know that. But I also know that this is supposed to be a society of equality, where decisions are made by all for the good of everybody. For these past 16 years, we haven't been living our lives by laws that do not make our lives better. We have become so afraid of the law that we have forgotten that we have the power to change it. Instead, we have allowed my father to create an aristocracy. He has conscripted us all into our place. We no longer question authority.
Enough! God, seize my daughter!
But, sir, I agree with what she says. I will not arrest her. My beloved, marry me. Deuce take the law.
Oh, no, you don't. Ladies, we have spent our lives in preparation for the prince. What would it mean if you gave up on him now? How selfish of you. And after all, isn't the prospect of marrying a prince better than any of those ho-hum men in my father's guard?
Marry us! Stay, we implore you, before our hopes are blighted. See before you the men to whom you are plighted. Stay, we implore you, for we adore you. To us you're plighted, reunited. Stay, we implore you. Your maiden hearts, I do not steal to pities and eloquent appeal. Such conduct all we soldiers feel. Sigh, sigh, all sigh. To foemen seal we rarely see a regent soldier bend on knee. Yet one and all they kneel to you. Kneel, kneel, all kneel. Our soldiers very seldom cry, and yet I need not tell you why. A teardrop youth each brow should hide. Weep, weep, all weep. Our soldiers very seldom cry, and yet they need not tell why. A teardrop youth each brow should hide. Weep, weep, all weep.
Stop! Who are you? You are under arrest!
What is the charge?
Never mind that. I don't need to give you one. Under law 6578. Men, you have a duty to perform. They are both under arrest.
Run, Tom, run!
Seize them! We'll follow them! Get them!
To be continued.
And when the prince returns, one of us will be rewarded a royal wedding.
Fair are we as bright May day, soft are we as warm west wind, sweet are we as newborn day. I am queen of maidenkind. We all glowing with virgin blushes say, is anybody going to marry me too?
Utopia, stop your stubbornness. The men who love you are conflicted. They want to oppose the tyranny of Duke Egregious and give up their charge as his guards, but they won't fully stand up for themselves without wives to support them. You could have your fairy tale wedding if you want. It is in your hands.
No, we stand by our prince and our life's work. We are too in love with him to ever marry them.
Twenty lovesick maidens we, lovesick all against our will. 20 years hence we shall be, 20 lovesick maidens still. 20 lovesick maidens we, and we die for love of thee. 20 lovesick maidens we, lovesick all against our will. 20 years hence we shall be, 20 lovesick maidens still.
Fiona! Fiona! I've been looking for you.
Oh, Tom, here you are. I wish that there was more that we could do. The women won't budge. My sister has them all entranced with ideas of royalty and wealth.
Oh, Fiona, you must be careful. Your father's men are out to find us. I don't know what I would do if you were captured.
Don't worry, Tom. You are foremost in my thoughts.
None shall part us from each other, run life and death are we. Alive to one another, I to thee and thou to me. Alive to one another, I to thee and thou to me. Thou the tree and I the flower, thou the idol, I the crown, I the day and I the hour, I the singer, thou the star.
All in all, the sense that on me, when in joy I woke to find the heart within me beating, mind the love that ardent tried, mind the heart within me beating, mind the love that ardent tried.
Thou the stream and I the willow, thou the sculptor, I the clay, I the ocean, I the billow,
I the sunrise, thou the day.
thou the stream and I the willow, thou the clay, I the ocean, I the billow, I the sunrise, Fiona, the guards are coming. Go, go!
Wait! I have an idea. No one knows who you are, correct?
Other than my caretakers and yourself, no one here knows my name.
That's wonderful. What if we claim that you are the prince? You can then claim me as your bride, and then the women and married men can now marry.
Fiona, that is a brilliant plan. I see no way that this plot can go awry.
Clearly, Tom is unfamiliar with the ways of the world.
Now hurry, find your sisters and the maidens, and I'll meet you in the grove by your father's new palace.
You will expose your duplicity yet.
Hey, you! Halt! Or I'll say halt again!
Are you placing me under arrest?
Those are our orders. But we may be willing to forego that if you will tell us where our fiancés have run off to.
Alas, I know nothing more than they went in that direction. My fiancé has gone off to find them and tell them some valuable information.
At least it seems your fiancé wants to marry you. My Ruth has given me nothing but a cold shoulder these past several years. And here, I thought that going along with the Duke and joining the Guard would help me win her. How wrong I have been. When I first put this uniform on, I said as I looked in the glass, it's 1 to 1 million that any civilian my figure and form will surpass. Gold lace has a charm for the fair, and I've plenty of that and to spare. While love professions when uttered and Hessians are eloquent everywhere. A fact that I counted upon when I first put this uniform on. By simple coincidence you could never have counted upon. The same thing occurred to me when I first put this uniform on. I said when I first put it on, it is plain to the veriest dunce that every beauty will feel it her duty to yield to its glamour at once. They will see that I'm freely good-laced, in a uniform handsome and chaste. But the peripatetics of blogging and aesthetics seem very much more to their taste, which I never counted upon when I first put this uniform on. By simple coincidence you could never have counted upon. I didn't anticipate that when I first put this uniform on.
What are you all standing around for?
Oh, we were just reading Tom his rights before we arrest him.
And where is he? Oh, go find him.
Egregious looks around and sees that he is alone, and he takes this rare opportunity to soliloquize.
I am a royal sham. I stand by my decisions, but I don't know how to run this country this way. I don't want to lose, but my daughter is relentless. I wish there were a way to get things back to the way they were.
Your rigidness!
Go away! Can't you see I'm soliloquizing?
But we have important information.
I say, go away!
Unable to contain herself, Lutetia bursts into song.
chaos if you send your men to arrest him. But you keep sending them in the wrong direction. I know the boy's secret hiding place deep in the woods, and if you set up a trap there, you can capture him. But I will give you his location only if you promise to return him to me after he has completed his jail sentence. He is in love with my daughter, and she loves him.
Mother, negotiate his jail sentence. You have the upper hand. I want to see him. Stop playing games.
But then, you are criminal yourself if you did not relinquish him and enlist him in my cause.
That may be true, but the rules have changed, and I have information for you. If you give me the boy in return for the location, if I promise to give you the location of the boy, if you promise to return him to me after.
You are a hard bargain. I agree to your terms. I'm a desperate man these days. Now, take me to him. Away, away, my heart's on fire. I burn his face, deception to repay. This very night, I hate to die. I got it simply go away, away.
Away, away, and I expire. I find my daughter out of water day. My heart is filled with anguish dire. This makes me turn and run away.
Fools confound me, pictures of a bride. Adventure town, the region's oldest side. An anxious journey, softened with his lies. And in return, tonight the traitor dies.
Yes, tonight the traitor dies.
Yes, tonight the traitor dies.
Tonight if he dies,
Early tomorrow,
she will mutter in sorrow.
the fast,
In their nature they cherish.
since I perish, that it is early tomorrow. Yeah, the sorrow, though once as much of their natures they cherish, and all the pleasure of kisses shall perish. Away, 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 tonight the traitor dies. Away, away, tonight, 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 the traitor dies.
Yes, Gilbert and Regis have a lot to lose if their plans go awry, and Utopian may yet have a part to play. Meanwhile, Tom has caught up with the men.
My good sirs, I'm so glad to have caught up with you. Listen, come here. I know where the women will be, and if all goes well, they may be willing to take your hand in marriage.
Splendid! Where are they?
Go up the mountain. When you get to the top, bear left and follow the stream. When you get to the tree line, take a course of 40 degrees. Then go 200 paces, reset your course of 80 degrees. When you get to the clearing, they'll be waiting for you.
With that light tread upon a baby seal, in silence dread, a cautious way we feel. No sound at all, we never speak a word. A fly's footfall would be distinct, even ta-da-ta-da. So tell the lead the guard shall creep while all the household soundly sleeps. Just for navigation, take another station. I'll find my love Julie, and we'll go and get married. Long friends who go to sea, just for navigation, take another station. I'll find my love Julie, and we'll go and get married. We can and when.
On the other side of Utopia, Fiona is setting the plan into action as well.
You mean to tell me that the mysterious mysterious man who was wearing the dress this past evening was actually the long-lost prince?
That is exactly what I was saying.
It all makes sense. His sudden appearance, his wondrous good looks, his courageous heart. Where can we find him?
Go up the mountain. When you get to the top, bear left and follow the stream. When you get to the tree line, take a course of 40 degrees. Go 200 paces, then reset your course for 80 degrees. When you get to the clearing, you will find him waiting to choose his bride.
Let's go, girls!
Climbing over rocky mountains, skipping gray hill and down mountain, passing where the willows quiver, passing where the willows quiver, by the ever-rolling river, swollen with the summer rain, threading long and leafy maze, dotted with the numbered days, dotted with the numbered daisies, sailing rough and rugged passes, while the hurry enthusiasm till the bright sea shore they came. Sailing rough and rugged passes, while the hurry enthusiasm till the bright sea shore they came. Let us gaily tread the measure, make the most of fleeting pleasure, hail it as a true life, though it perish by and by. Hail it as a true life, though it perish by and by. Let us gaily tread the measure, make the most of fleeting pleasure, hail it as a true life, a true life.
It took many refrains of the song for them to arrive, and Tom was the first one present. We see him now as he waits nervously at his rendezvous. It has been an amazing and trying day for him, and now he has to learn how to feign royalty.
But I don't know how to be royalty.
And what do you want me to do about it?
Well, I was hoping you could give me some advice.
Well, start by pretending you are the most important thing in the world.
Oh, no. I was taught to never be immodest.
Immodest? You are a tenor, my dear sir.
A tenor, all singers above. This doesn't admit of a question. Should keep himself quiet, attend to his diet, and never cause his digestion. But when he's madly in love, it's certain to turn on his singing. You counter chromatics with proper emphatics when anguish your bosom is ringing. When distracted with worries aplenty, and his pulses are 120, and his fluttering bosom the slave of mistrust is, a tenor can't do himself justice. No, sir. You see, I can't do myself justice. I could sing if my father would mock. It's easy enough if you're acting. But when one's emotion is born of devotion, you mustn't be over-exacting. One ought to be firm as a rock, to venture a shaken vibrato. When fervor's expected, keep cool and collected, or never attempt agitato. But of course, when his tongue is of leather, and his lips have himself justice. Now observe. It's no use, I can't do myself justice.
The hour of 10 is sounding, hearts with anxious fears are bounding, hall of justice crowds surrounding, breathing hope and fear. For today in this arena, summoned by our dear Fiona, we will sing and we will dance, the prince will now appear. For today in this arena, summoned by our dear Fiona, we will sing and we will dance, the prince will now appear. We will sing and we will dance, the prince will now appear. The hour of 10 is sounding, hearts with anxious fears are bounding, hall of justice crowds surrounding, breathing hope and fear. For today in this arena, summoned by our dear Fiona, we will sing and we will dance, the prince will now appear. Hark, the hour of 10 is sounding, hearts with anxious fears are bounding, hall of justice crowds surrounding, breathing hope and fear.
How convenient. Now I demand to know where my daughter and her friend are hiding.
We are right here. And I have an announcement to make. This man is the long-lost prince.
Oh, but you never made any mention of this before. It cannot be true. Where is your proof?
I have his word, and that is all that matters.
I am the prince. You fool! That is no proof. I cannot trust your word. I demand you end this folly at once. Do you know what will happen if he is wrong? He will take the throne with no constitutional right to it. He will become the supreme ruler of our land.
And yet, through your trickery, Father, you have done just the same. Do you all see that clearing off in the distance? That is where my father is building his pleasure palace. He has been spending all of our wealth and forcing us into subservience.
But I have a right to do all of these things. I have done nothing illegal. Immoral, perhaps, but two things are different. Now, if this prince turns out to be an impostor, then illegal acts will occur.
And I know he is not the prince because he lived in my attic for 16 years.
I say we take a vote. The way things in Utopia are supposed to be done. Now remember, my sisters, if you vote yea, then he can choose his bride and we can move on with our lives. If you vote yea, you can have your fiancés.
Fine. I will run this vote. But remember, all of you, if you say yea, you are condoning seditious activity. Now all of you who say that the man before us here is the prince, say yea. Yea! And all of those who say nay?
Nay! Oh, we are evenly divided. Licia, why do you vote that way?
Why? We do have a duty to perform. No matter how much we want something for our own personal gain, we have a responsibility to our society, and we must do what is right and just. I will not condone illegal acts. I am set in my ways.
We are set in our ways.
And we are set in our ways. I want my way.
I want my way.
Stop! There is one vote that has still not been counted. What say you?
All I want is to marry you, Tom. But if I say yay, I would condone an illegal act, and I know you wouldn't choose me as your wife. But if I vote nay, then I'm on the side of immorality. There's only one thing left to do that can solve this polarity. You must decide.
friends, I cannot resolve this conflict for you. You must figure out a way to settle your differences. However, I see your plight, so I offer you a compromise. I will tell you the information that I know, but what you do with the information is your own affair. First of all, Tom is the real prince. Our Duke here wanted to have the throne for himself. He did not like the fact that all people were equal, and he had to share the court with farmers and merchants. So on a stormy night, he arranged for the prince to be taken. In the king's grief, the Duke urged His Majesty to go find the prince. This made the Duke the regent, the closest thing he could be to royalty. However, the prince's kidnapper got turned around in the storm and ended up on the steps of Helga's house, where the kidnapper lost the boy in a game of cards against Helga's late husband. Ever since, the prince has been locked in Helga's attic and known as Tom.
So, I am king?
No.
What?
You are not the king, because I am King Droll.
I knew your omniscience was odious.
Now I will take back the crown, for I have found my son, Egregious. Egregious, I banish you to the farm of Helga. You need to learn what real work is like.
Hello, Egregious.
Tom, you may choose your bride.
Fiona.
My first act as king is to release you all from my service. But I encourage you all to remember your civic duties and volunteer in some capacity to help our land thrive again.
But that's my father's new secret palace.
Fiona, you're a brave and wise woman. I name you the director of our new nature preserve. The land is yours.
But why did we wait so long to return, King Droll?
My dear Lycian, my dear people of Utopia, aren't lessons better learned when they are part of a great story?
With joy abiding, together gliding through life's variety, with sweet society, and thus enthroning the love I'm owning. On this atoning I will rely.
It were profanity for poor humanity to treat as vanity the sway of love. In broad locality or principality is our mortality in sway above.
When day is fading with serenity and such frivolity of and equality, with scented showers of fairest flowers, the happy hours will gaily fly. The happy hours will gaily fly.
It were profanity for poor humanity to treat as vanity the sway of love. In no locality or principality is our mortality in sway above.
With scented showers of fairest flowers,
Principality is our